What is the Internet? And how does it work? Hello, my name is Maddie D, and this is Networks Equals Yes, a place where all network tasks are achievable. Going forward, there will be 3 categories of videos on my channel. The first will be entry, like the one you see here. Next will be admin, which are videos for those still learning configs but have a mid-range understanding. And finally, engineer, for those who are looking to deep dive into a particular type of network solution. Today, we are starting with an entry video that will simply explain what the Internet is and how you, the user, are part of it. So, let's dive in, shall we? Let's start with what you already may know about the Internet. For starters, think about what you use to access Internet. It may be a laptop, tablet, or mobile phone. For this scenario, let's say you're using a laptop. The first thing to know is what your computer uses to communicate with the Internet. This comes in the form of a computer chip called a Network Interface Card, or NIC for short. The chip's primary function is to assemble data in a certain way and send it forward to be accessed by something across a network. The next thing you may know is the device you use to access the network within your home. Often, this is called a router. So, what is a router? A router is a network device capable of receiving network traffic from your laptop NIC and sending out to a broader network we call the Internet. Something else you may know is that there may be no cables between your laptop and the router in your home. And this is because your router is a wireless fidelity router, otherwise known as a Wi-Fi router, which means it uses radio waves instead of physical cables to send and receive data from your laptop. Let's pause here for just a moment, because it's important to understand the difference between your internal network and the network that extends beyond your home. All traffic between your laptop and the router within your home is called a local area network, or LAN. This is also described as a private network, due to the fact that it is internal between your computer and the router within your home. Now, when it comes to a network leaving your home router and going out into the web, this is called a wide area network, or WAN for short. This would also be called a public network, as it is communication transmitting outside your home. The terms private and public also have to do with the type of IP addressing you are using, but that's for a different video. Let's just focus on the locations of the network for this video. One important thing to note is that your home router is part of both the private and public networks, as it communicates with both. Now, getting back to our scenario, you may have already guessed that when your laptop reaches out to the Internet, the network traffic from your NIC card first stops at your internal router, which is in the private network of your house. But where does the network traffic go after it's received by your home router? The answer is another router, and this time the router is fully within the public domain. And then from there, it will go to another router, and then another router, until it reaches its final destination, which would be a web server or some other endpoint connected to a router. With that in mind, let's now circle back to our original question. What is the Internet? The answer is a collection of routers who communicate with other routers and computers across the entire world. When you at home access a website on the Internet, you are bouncing from router to router until your network traffic reaches a web server somewhere else in the world. So that's it. Well, maybe not completely, as there are many technical parts still to discuss about the Internet, and how it works. But we'll leave that for next time. I'm Maddie D saying, I hope you learned something new today, and I further hope that you join me next time on another network adventure.